Hey guys, it's your homegirl T Marie coming back at you with step 3 of the 10 steps to self-love that we are going to be focusing on in October. October is self-love, self-care month, and we are going to be focused on helping you guys in your self-love, self-care journey all month. So, I want you guys to understand that step 1 and 2 we have already completed. So if you have not already watched them, please click the link below so that you can watch those steps before you dive into step 3. I also want you guys to come always prepared with pen and paper so that you can write these notes down and start to resonate on these things during your meditation, before your meditation, or after your meditation, so that you can get the answers you need from the higher beings to get you to that next step. Also, I want you guys to understand that step 3 is focusing on that there is no mistakes ever. We never, ever, 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 ever believe that there's mistakes or any coincidences out here in the world. So this day, we are focusing on there are no mistakes. Let's get back to business. Hey guys, welcome back. Now, today we are going to dive into what it means when I say there is no mistakes. Okay? When I say there are no mistakes being made out here, it means that everybody have a divine purpose on this earth. Like God has set forth a divine purpose for the reason why you're here. We just don't listen. We done got so trapped into everything that's not important, social media, consuming money and things like that, becoming consumers, that we decided that the spirituality part really doesn't matter or really isn't important, when that is the most important thing that we should be focused on every day. Now, when we are in alignment with what God has destined for our lives tend to flow a little better. Now, when we start hitting roadblocks or getting doors slammed in our faces, that is just God's way of kind of redirecting us back to our purpose. Now, once we start understanding the gist of what our purpose is, because there's a gist to it, we may not understand right off the bat what our true purpose is. We might just be following the footsteps of. When we're in that process of our journey, we have to understand that the only way we're going to get to that next step is if we complete step 1 to get to step 2. If you don't complete step 1 and you miss the step in step 1, you're going to keep going to step 1. God is not going to allow you to progress to step 2, because step 1 has to be already down pat in your brain in order for step 2 to happen, because step 1 is the foundation for step 2. Okay? I need us to understand that we have to build solid foundations in order for our houses to stand strong. So if we're not building those foundations of love and sacrifice, and knowing that everything happens for a reason, we're blaming ourselves for the things that are not happening the way that we want them to. Another thing that I want to cover under this step is life is bigger than just one experience. Okay, guys? I know a lot of people this last 2 years, my kids alone have lost about 4 friends to suicide. And it broke my heart, because these babies don't understand that one experience doesn't create your whole life. And I think as parents, we tend to drop the ball in thinking that our kids are living in the same time that we lived in, and they're not. We were not bombarded with so much media and so much of other people's opinions about us, because we were kind of guarded being in our own homes. Now everyone is in our home. We have our kids who are thriving off of getting a like. We have grown people thriving off of getting likes. You know what I mean? Like, I have to have conversations with my son constantly, because he will post something and then be on his phone immediately, like, oh my God, how many likes did I get? Those likes does not matter. Because the minute you don't get the amount of likes that you think you deserve, you start to be upset and mad and ready to kill yourself, because you think people don't love you. But the people that matter is right in your face and you don't even see it because you're so blocked with the vision of the phone or the TV or everything else that's consuming us. So my suggestion doing getting back on course with what you are supposed to be doing and how to get back on course with what your destiny is getting still, getting quiet, and meditating. Now, I say that a lot because a lot of people don't understand that meditation is the key to talking to God, okay? You have to be quiet and still in order for him to give you those downloads. And in order for you to even understand what those downloads mean, you have to be in tune with one with God. And I do these things because a lot of people probably, I'm not assuming, I never assume people know what things are, but I focus on chakras. So my crown chakra, there's 7 of them that I focus on, but there's 144, I believe, altogether. The 7 that most people focus on is your crown, third eye, throat, heart, sacral, and I cannot remember the last one. Don't kill me, okay? They're off the top of my head, but you get my point. These are the things that I began my journey with. I started to understand what these chakras are and trying to understand them the best way I could. I searched online for people to help me. YouTube was a friend of mine for a minute because it still is. I come on here and I go watch my gurus, or I may watch a tarot video or get some insight from somebody or watch a motivational video so that I can bring this information to everybody in a more cohesive manner, the way that I want to bring them. And they all seem to work for me. So these are the things that I want you guys to start focusing on when you are starting to prepare yourself for your own self-care journey. Understanding what your chakras are, starting to unlock them, understanding which ones are blocked, which ones are not, which ones you are wonderful at, which ones you need to work at. When I started my journey, mine were not really blocked. And it was a lot of reasons that when I started this journey and understanding what chakra was and how they coincide with our daily lives, I started to understand why a lot of mine weren't blocked. They weren't blocked even though I didn't understand them, because I was already walking in purpose with God. He has already started me on my journey of my purpose, which is to bring this content to you guys, be an educator, and serve his people. And that's all I want to do. Now, what I want you guys to take from this is we are built for a lot of different things. Your experiences are going to be continuous. One experience do not define who you are in this world. You can be a good person today and a bad person tomorrow, and vice versa. I like to reference that to your credit. You know, a lot of people don't understand that it takes one thing to mess up a perfect credit score. You can be building your credit for your whole life and get one derogatory mark that will bring your point down by 100 points instantly. And that's how life is. You know, if we allow the outside things or the things that we used to experience to dictate how our life is going to be, we will be miserable every single day. In order to get out of that, you have to understand that every experience is there to build you to that next experience so that you can be stronger to that next level, so that you can be there for that next person. And in order for you to do that, you got to understand that there was never a mistake. If you were raped when you were a child, that wasn't a mistake. It may seem harsh to say that, but that was not a mistake. You were meant to go through that so that you could tell your story to the person that was going to kill themselves because they were raped, to see that they are not the only people that's going through those things. If you were in a car accident that could have killed you, some people have died and came back from that. Those things were meant to happen to you. No matter if you grew up and you had role models or not, those things were meant to happen. And the minute we start to understand that everybody's journey was meant for them, so that when they got to this point right now to tell their story, they had the story to tell to the collective that they are meant to speak to. So we got to understand that God makes no mistakes. We are all uniquely placed on this earth, and we have a purpose to be using our voices for, no matter what that is. So start to understand that about yourself, and understand that we have to start believing in who we are. I want you guys to take that information, ponder on it, meditate on it. You know, I love to tell y'all that, and understand that you are a blessing to this world, and God didn't put you here for no reason. I love you guys. I want you to have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you guys on the next video. Hey guys, this is your homegirl. Please be sure to click like and subscribe, and be sure to always follow us on social media. Instagram and Facebook at Coaching with T. Marie Green. Also, if you have any questions or need any more information on the things that I am talking about or would like to book a personal meeting with me, you can do so at info@tmariegreen.com.